I swear I turn on this camera and then I get scared. I get really nervous. But hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't been on here for a while, but the simple answer or the simple reason for that is fear. It's really fear. I'm like caught up in the worries of everything related to this channel. But yeah, baba. So today I wanted to record something about a topic that I've been thinking about a lot. It's one I originally wanted to do a while ago, a topic I wanted to discuss a while ago. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and pose a couple of questions to you because I find the topic generally quite interesting. So a couple of days ago, maybe like 2 days ago, I was speaking to one of my friends and the topic came up again. So I'm gonna pose a question to you, and the question is, what are you running to? What are the things that you run into in life? Where is the comfort zone? What are your destructive patterns almost? What are your vices? Where are you running to when life gets difficult, when things get hard? What is that comfortable thing for you that you run to? That's basically what I mean. So I'm asking you, what do you run to? What do you run to? What's comfortable? Right. I think the best way I can illustrate it, for me personally, what I see, I'm a third year student, so been on the uni grounds for a while, and one thing I've seen almost is there's this drinking culture on the uni as an escape, not just like drinking just a drink, but it's an escape for people. People are running to drink when life gets too hard, uni stressing you up, like escape mechanisms. So it's basically a question of how do you self-soothe, right? Basically, I'm asking you, are you aware of the destructive patterns in your life, right? In my life. And I think it's a thing of God has brought me to this place, or God is continuing to bring me into this place where He is letting me know or showing me the places where I rely on outside of Him, the places where I find comfort, the places where I run to. And the thing about these places is that they will soothe you for a while until they can't. So let me give you some examples. Do you run to drugs? Do you run to alcohol? Do you run to sex? Do you run to male validation? Do you run to female validation? Do you run to isolation? Do you run to food? Do you run to comfort eating? That one, I did that. When uni stresses me out, yeah, I just start ordering. So my question to you is, what can you say in your life that you recognize that you run into? I'm not here to fix anyone's problems. I'm just here to pose the question. I think it's a thing of self-awareness. I think we're all in that season of growth where we're all growing. Things are changing in our lives. We're moving into different seasons. And I feel like there's this like awareness that's starting to like rise up in us. There's this like knowledge of who we are. And I feel like it's God taking us and creating us into the people He has called us to be. To see the places of brokenness, to see the places that still need healing, to see the places where we are running to outside of Him. I don't know how personal I can get with this. Sometimes I run to isolation, and a lot of the time God wants to use the people around me to speak to me, but I'm running to isolation because it's comfortable. I think about this concept of how a lot of girls, a lot of boys, we do this thing where we actually don't want relationships, but like it's entertaining to just have like someone there, right? Not because like you want them, but because it's comfortable. It provides you with that some level of comfort that just keeps you a bit grounded. It provides you with that sense of validation that you're essentially looking for. I'm just here to pose the question. I don't know how long this video is going to be. What are you running to? Where are you running to find your comfort? And I've been finding that in my life personally. God has been showing me the different places that I've been trying to like escape, that I've been trying to like find my comfort in. And essentially He's just been like teaching me and telling me and showing me like all of this won't last. Like it will give you what you want until it can't. But there is a source that will give you what you need each and every time, and it never runs out, which is him, of course. And it's been about like training myself and forcing myself almost to turn to God instead of running to these demises, these vices, these things that I find comfortable in the moment. Because I don't know if anyone else is finding that ultimately some of the places they're running to are destructive. They're very destructive, not only to yourself, but sometimes to other people. Think of addicts, it affects their families, it affects their children, affects their relationships, affects things outside of them. And I was just thinking about this concept of growth right now. I feel like God has really got me into a place of, I feel like it's all of us really. And Assist just turned 21. So it's like I'm forever and continuously in this process and a season of growth and changing and becoming the woman God has called me to be. And it's like to continue to grow in the Lord and continue to grow in my identity, I am like continuously reminded that I cannot stay in my comfort zone. I cannot stay where it's comfy. I can't stay and keep like retreating to these systems and these patterns that are destructive for me. I cannot continue to isolate myself. I cannot continue to run to male validation, run to that person, run to this. I'm just giving you examples. Run into food. I feel like God is just continuously reminding me, like, if I want to grow, if I'm saying I'm committed to my own growth, I cannot continue to run to these sources, because these sources will leave me empty. These sources are distractions and destructive. These sources are hurting me and they're hurting the people around me. So the question I'm posing to you is, what are you running to? What are you running to? What do you find comfortable? Where do you find it comfortable? That is essentially the purpose of this video. I'm not here to solve anyone's problems, but I think sometimes it's just so important to think, to ponder about the things we do. Sometimes we don't think and we don't ponder until someone else brings it up, and it's like, I like people asking me questions like this, so I'm posing the question to others because it's something I'm like genuinely just sitting with in my life at the moment. And it's also a thing of like learning to recognize the patterns. I personally always talk about the heart a lot because I know that's what's important to God, but like I've also been learning that everything that we do, everything that comes from us, everything behaviorally that comes from us is a product of our heart. So I tend to pay a lot of attention to the heart, to my heart, to the hearts of others. But like I find that I can't really see the full contents of my heart. I can't really see or can't really know. Like I'm the type that I like to test motives. I like to question myself before I do anything. I'm like, what's your motive for this? What's your intentions? Like I'm very focused on those things, but a lot of the time I find that I don't know what my motives are. I don't know what my intentions are. And I have to like sit with it for a while, or just like sometimes I move forward without knowing what my motives are, or the spirit will convict me and like show me that my motives aren't right. My intentions aren't right. A lot of the time we see stuff in our lives that come out behaviorally, but if we dig a little deeper, like what is the motive behind things that we're doing? And essentially for me, I found that I was finding comfort in things and places that would not sustain me, that would not keep me, that will not hold me, that will not protect me, that will not give me what I actually need. It'll provide some level of like desensitization for a while. It'll provide some level of cover up, distraction, whatever it needs to, but it won't hit the source. It won't hit the root. I mean, essentially, I feel like what God has been doing is pointing out the behaviors so that we can go deeper in it and like figure out what the root is and work on the root. Is it a thing of I don't fully know my identity? Is it a thing of there's some lies that I need to reroot and take out from my lives? There's some lies that have been planted in my heart that are like manifesting behaviorally. Like, what are the roots? The one thing I know about God is he doesn't just like to take out of the surface. He really likes to take out of the heart. So that's the process, and that's the question I'm posing to you. What are you running from? Not what are you running from. What are you running to? What are the comforts, the little comforts that you're running to that are potentially destructive for you and the people around you? Yeah, I hope. If you want to share in the comment section. If you like stuff like this, let me know. I might continue to pose some questions to you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a good think. Have a really, really good think about this question, because I think it's one of those trippy ones. It really trips you up. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you